guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a wig. I'm going to use this hat because that's the only hat that I have. Otherwise, let's get started. I'm using a dry soap piece because I don't have chalk. So that's what I'm using to draw the lines to give me a guideline on where the tracks are gonna go. And then I'm using real sewing pins, like these are just real sewing pins with a head, of course, to secure the wig cap to the head. That way it won't move whilst I'm doing the sewing of the wig. I'm going to use the Malaysian dip curl from Darling, the Empress collection. This hair is amazing, you guys. It actually feels like a real human hair, and yet it's all synthetic hair. So I am also using the same pins to place the tract onto the wig cap. It's much better to sew whilst you're not holding the tract in your hand because you just concentrate on sewing the hair onto the wig cap. I am practicing using a curved needle. I am not good with a curved needle and those nails are not helping me much, but I want to start using curved needles because it makes so much sense, especially when sewing a weave or when sewing a flat surface. It makes sense to use a curved sewing needle. So this was one of those days when I'm using a curved needle so that I can practice how to use a curved needle. I struggle, you guys. I don't know how. As weird as that sounds, I struggle to use a curved sewing needle. And maybe because that sewing needle is also quite small, I couldn't find a bigger one. I think next time I should just get a bigger sewing needle, a bigger curved sewing needle, and I'm sure it will help me much. I'm not cutting the tract when I get to the end there. I just fold the tract because this is curly hair. I don't really need to cut the tract. Even if it bulges at the end, it's still fine. I just fold it and then I continue sewing on the other side. But I also make sure that I secure that end by sewing more closely and also made a knot there to make sure that the thread doesn't become loose. I am using real sewing thread and I've doubled it so that it is as strong as possible and my wig will stay for as long as possible. On the pack it says, Darling Empress Collection, new reusable weaves, feels like human hair, long lasting. So I am expecting my wig to stay quite long. Let's say a year, maybe, still looking good and still looking fresh. Let's see how it goes. The color is color 1 stroke gray. So it's a mixture of 2 colors. I'm sure you've seen that by now. And it's an 18 inch and 20 inch. I don't know if there are other inches available, but this is an 18 inch and 20 inch. And the other thing about this hair is the fact that I can use heat. I can wash and blow dry. And it's up to 150 degrees, the heat that I can use on this hair. And you're going to see at the end how I use heat to finish off the closure because we are making the closure here. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So I'll continue sewing until I get to so I continue sewing until I get to the end. Okay, so I dumped my curved sewing needle, you guys, because it was so difficult, but I am getting there. It's definitely not the same as the first time that I tried to use a curved sewing needle. I've improved quite a bit, so I'm going to keep on practicing, and this was just so much faster for me to use a needle that I'm used to. It was just so much faster, so that's why I dumped the curved sewing needle and decided to go with the straight sewing needle. So I'm going to continue sewing the tracks onto the hair until I get to where I'm going to put the closure. And that's where I am putting the closure. And I cut that hair out and it's about 6 inches of hair. If you use metric, that's about 15 centimeters of the tract. And then I'm rolling it and sewing it as I roll. I hope you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm sewing it as I roll and I'm rolling it so that I can create the closure for this wig. So I make sure that I sew it secure, because it can actually open up if you don't do it very nicely. So make sure that it is very secure. And then I use a flat iron at 140 degrees, because this hair can withstand heat up to 150 degrees. So I use only 140 to make sure that I stay on the safe side. And now I am attaching that closure by sewing it all around the space there that I had left out to sew the closure in. And I sew quite closely to each other so that it does not come off as well. And it is as secure as possible. Yeah, so that's basically how I saw the closure, and that's the wig. Okay, so let's take this off the head and put it onto my head, and then now I'm cutting the bangs. Okay, I enjoyed doing this wig, you guys. I enjoyed doing this video. I haven't done a wig like this ever. I normally do crochet wigs. I haven't done a curly wig with bangs ever. So this is my first time doing it. And it looks like I did quite okay. What do you think about this? Okay, so if you don't separate the curls, this is how it looks. And if you're going for that look, this is a more chilled, and it's not too like, it's not big hair. It's just hair. And I like this look as well. But this look, oh my goodness, this is tops. I love this look. It's like the more I separate the curls, the more the color come out, and it's just amazing. You can see that, right? In love. And the color comes out even more, and it becomes softer even the more I separate them. And I am in love with these curls. Silver curls. Ooh. Guys, what do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. Please mention someone you know would appreciate these curls. Right, curls? Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. God bless you. Bye.